Good morning, everyone. This Thursday, July the 30th, 2026. How's everyone doing out there? This is a roll for me because I did a podcast earlier. I got on and started talking about some things about access denied. Now I feel the need to get on board and do a second podcast, and it's food for thought. And a lot of times, I'm evaluating life and life situations, and I'm starting to feel as if following up on access denied. You got to separate yourself sometimes from people who drain your energy, who try to manipulate, use you, gain access for their own personal well being and gain. You gotta sort of assess who's been there for you, who's without a shadow of a doubt there with you through the thick and thin, and the ones who are just there for on the sidelines just to see what you're going to do next, or what you're going to pop up with next, or what you're going to do, so they can either copycat you to do what you're doing, or say, aha, I knew she wasn't going to get it. I knew she would fail. But God gets the glory out of it all, because he gives you dreams, and it's up to you to go for it and to be inspired. you know Sometimes people can give you inspiration. That's all good. If they're giving you inspiration to do what you need to do in order to better yourself and your well-being, that's different. But when you have a secret agenda, jealousy and envy, because another person is trying to do what they're doing, and they're shining, and you're jealous because they're blossoming and growing, then that's another issue in itself. I started to think about how the Lord, how God operated. People in his own family, people in his own camp, people in his own circle. Some people in his own circle did not recognize or believe that he was the son of the living God. You had family members, you had naysayers, you had people in his own sect saying, is he not Joseph's son? Instead of believing and trusting that Jesus was the Messiah and that he was the Son of God. A lot of times people sit on you because they think they know you, because they think they know who your family are, or where you come from, or what you're doing. But if God be for you, who can be against you? So I say this to encourage everyone who's listening out there. If you got a dream, if you got goals, if you got aspirations, go for it. Don't let nobody stop you. Because a lot of times people will come to you to get ideals. People will come to you to try to sift off of your energy, or trying to manipulate you into thinking a certain way that they want you to think, programming you the way they want you to feel, while they sift the blessings out from under you. And you don't need that to be happening for you. So you got to evaluate your circle. You got to know who's for you and who's against you. And a lot of times, everybody that's smiling in your face is not there for you. A lot of people, they'll get on your page and they'll look, and they're not going to support you. Guess what? You're getting most of your support from people who you don't even know, people who you may have an effect on with your personality, with your strategies of how you're speaking, with who you are, with the things that are being said and brought forth. So don't let nobody stop you when God is giving you a dream and goals in mind and place. And watch out for those people who try to do everything that you do. Everything. Because There's a such thing as being inspired, but there's also a such thing as being jealous and envious, or for somebody to be on your page and they don't respond to nothing that you do or say that make that and a lot of times you don't have to be on there for a response. You ain't got to be on there to just get a response. But if you're genuine, then that shows. But when you just lurking to just try to see what's going on with an individual just because they're online or they're doing something that you're not doing, then somebody got a problem. So I say again, don't let nothing hinder you from going for your dreams, your aspiration, and your goal. Watch out for people who want to connect all of a sudden, or who, oh, well, we ain't talked in a while. I need you to do this, or we need you to do that, or we ain't connected. We ain't talk, because there may be an agenda assigned to try to deter you from you prospering in your goals and in your dreams. Like I said in a podcast before, move in silence. You ain't got to let the right hand know what the left hand is doing, or vice versa. I'm learning that the people that I think I can trust may not be the people that I can trust. I'm learning and watching as I go along, because the spirits and people, and I can't say that it's just people, it's the spirits and people. Sometimes the spirits and people can shift change accordingly. And what I mean by that is, if you got a genuine spirit, that genuine spirit is going to show. And if you got a evil fake spirit, that's going to show too. So mind you, when you're communicating, when you're trying to do things, when you're trying to elevate and grow, and people don't support you, they hate on you, they don't, oh, she's from here, and they will congratulate the next but won't congratulate you, you might be doing something right. But you might not be where you need to be to elevate and grow. And God, in due time, will elevate you and grow you in the place that He has for you to go. So mind you, don't worry about people. Don't worry about what they're doing. Don't worry about what they're saying about you. Don't worry about nothing. Just give God all the honor and the glory and the praise. Because at the end of the day, what's more important? Pleasing people or pleasing God? What's more important? Doing accordingly to what God has for you, or just people pleasing? I feel like this. If I can help someone, if I'm a helper to someone and not being used for something, then I don't mind helping. I don't mind helping other people and giving people ideas to help them. I love to encourage people. But I'm learning in this day and time, right now, in the here and now, that sometimes you have to watch and pray. Sometimes you have to move in silence. Sometimes you just got to do you, boo-boo. Because everybody you think is in your corner may not be in your corner the way you think they are. And the people that you think not will be the main ones to support you. So, with that being said, that's my food for thought. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and take care. See you later.